Rufus and Craig, Rufus and Craig, we got you hooked on us.
Oh, long intro this morning. Good morning.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday morning.
I guess that's like, is it called Asmir?
ASMR. Don't
AS,
ask me what it stands for because I don't know.
auto sensory. Don't know the other two words, but nonetheless,
That
we are
sounds about
here.
right.
It's so good to see you a week from today. Well, a
You,
week yesterday, a week ago.
we did this a week ago, 7 days ago, literally at the same exact time, probably.
Happy Saturday, beautiful people. We thank you for tuning in. I am your wonderful host, Craig, and that is the wonderful voice of Rufus. Rufus, give us a flashback. How was your week? Just
Oh,
give us a recap.
a recap. It was good. That's my recap.
Well, y'all know he's not a man of many words, so
I
my
say what
week
I need to
is
say and I push it the fuck through.
that's all
It was
right.
good. I had a good week.
Tooted and
Thanks for
booted.
asking. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know about all of
Mm-hmm.
that, but thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm. Well, we definitely want to say rest in peace to Jesse Jackson. I don't know how we missed that, but he's no longer with us. So
Brother Jesse, rest in
he's
love.
gone, so we'll just leave that there. Target boycott. We're gonna get right to it. The
Oh,
Target boycott is allegedly over, and everyone is going crazy about the Target boycott. Rufus, did you stop going to Target?
no, because I spend my money where I want to.
Okay, all right, and neither did I. I'm sure there was an imprint made, but until anybody can point me to a black-owned general store where I can get toilet paper, toothpaste, mouthwash, body wash, soap, until we get to that place, I think we have to stop telling black people to stop shopping in certain places because if the it was the DEI initiative being dissolved or whatnot. I mean, we don't know who gets federal dollars, and I don't think anybody stopped using Meta. So your Facebook, your Instagram,
Instagram,
stop
Snapchat,
telling. Yeah,
TikTok,
they're using that TikTok. That's right. Amazon.
Amazon,
You
the
know,
biggest culprit.
I think even Dollar General made donations to the Trump campaign. So we have to stop. We don't own anything. Um, in that regard, let me just say that I'm sure we own small stores here and there, but nationwide, I don't know of a black-owned chain, a black-owned Costco-like, Sam's Club-esque, Walmart-esque, um, Target-esque place. We don't own anything, and so Tamika Mallory, I think she's upset with Jamal Bryant because while someone else started the boycott Target, it's been going over a year, and of course, there's been a difference in, I'm sure money's brought in, but we just have to stop telling black people to stop. Dollar General, I think, even made donations to the Trump campaign, if I'm not mistaken. So we have to stop. We have to stop.
I
I never
agree with your
stopped.
sentiments. I shop where I want to shop, but I think there was for 2 years. I think I read that somewhere. And who is this one person that just all of a sudden says it's over? And who gave you the authority to say that it's over? Did you? Are you the one who instituted the boycott? I'm curious because
So it's my understanding that it was a collaborative effort with Tamika D. Mallory, another young lady, can't remember her name, and I know Jamal Bryant was the one that kind of took it to the forefront. He's a pastor of a mega church in Atlanta, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, if you remember Bishop Eddie Long, that was also his
yeah,
church. So Jamal Bryant was his successor.
oh,
I think Jamal got that church in 2020. He
interesting.
did because I remember tuning in at that point. So, given that I won't say that he had a larger platform, but he was more vocal or the most vocal as it relates to that. So I guess he's always been active with the NAACP.
Mhm.
And so his alignment with said organization and of course him being a pastor, I think has kind of pushed him more so to the forefront because I don't hear anything about a Tamika Mallory anymore. I don't hear
He-
anything.
Here's a question I will ponder since I just found out that he's the pastor of New Birth Church, the same church as Eddie Long.
Hmm.
Did people cancel New Birth Baptist Church? I'm curious because I
No,
don't know.
you
Oh,
know
okay.
that. Mm-mm.
Because all that shit that happened with Eddie Long was that it kept going.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
Interesting, black people.
Yeah, not at all. So, we just have to move on past that. I just wish we, as a group of people would, I don't know, unless we pull our resources together, you always hear me say Tyler Perry, Oprah, is it Bob Johnson? I can't think of his name. It's
Yes,
another
he's
one.
on BET.
Yeah,
It's the
these billionaires, black billionaires, until they create a Costco-esque or Sam's Club-like store, no one has asked them to do that, right? So we can't shop
Mhm.
black, unfortunately. I
Well,
can't.
not in that scale, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, me boycotting and having to go out of my way, unfortunately, to a Walmart or, wherever to just get toilet paper. So no, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not going to go scale the walls of the city of Philadelphia to just go
Get some
get
toilet
general
paper.
supplies. Yeah, not gonna do
Mhm.
that. But one person who has been on Trump's ass and this administration's ass is Eric Benet, the singer-songwriter. Don't know if he's a Grammy Award winner. I'm sure he's nominated. The one
Let's
and only
see.
Holly Berry's ex, Eric Benet, has really been wearing this administration's ass out, and it has been quite interesting to see. It's quite interesting to hear. And when we think back to past movements, of course, it's always, sometimes the voice of the people, right? And aside from the voice of the people, it's the voice of, our entertainers that really take a stance and political stances um, to bring about a change. They sing about it, they write about it. And Eric, I think, has really taken that on. And I believe he's either 59 or 60 years old. But
He was
Eric
born in
is.
1966,
So if he is not
October.
60, okay, so Eric is 59, will be 60 as of this October. Thank you for that quick on the spot research, Rufus. Uh, Eric is just not here for it. He is very vocal. If you follow him on Instagram, if you don't, I would suggest that you do. He is hilarious.
And his content is quite funny. The last video I saw just had me cackling, but he does
Hmm.
not have a Grammy per Google.
Okay. But he's still working. So we support you, Eric Benet. And yeah, yeah, we
And he can
support
actually
you.
sing,
Yes, he
and he
can.
looks good.
Yes, yes, he has held it together. He really has. He's held it together. And I think when I sat here and as we prepared for this week, I was like, oh my God, almost everything that grabbed my attention kind of zeroed in to the economy. And you all, just for if you don't know, I'm the one that goes out and gets the topics and Rufus and we
That's
talk
right.
about
I just get on here and
it.
talk my shit. You're welcome.
So it's really my algorithm that really drives the conversation because I'm more so on social media, more I would say more than him. Um, and that's
I'm
okay.
a lurker.
Well, that's fine. So it's really my algorithm that drives this conversation, and we're at a good place with that. But one thing that came out was Bloomberg was really speaking to um, college graduates for like the first time in history. Being unemployed is like the highest unemployment rate. So those people that have taken time to take well, we don't like to say it in my world, fifth year seniors. You took time to get that degree, or if you're a post-traditional student and you took 8 to 10 years to get that bachelor's degree, unfortunately, y'all ain't working.
That is very unfortunate. Like I can imagine going to school for 4 or 5 years, getting a degree in some perceivably marketable skill, and then not being able to get a job. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But to your point, it took me 10 years to finish my master's, and I just finished my classwork like 2 weeks ago. Go me.
congratulations to you. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And in a different spin on that, Gnarls Barkley didn't know it was a group. I do know I'm familiar with CeeLo Green. They're
Hmm.
releasing a new album.
Oh wow.
And so, we always find that musician that is willing to go back to work. Because again, this economy, I always like to point out the fact rather, it's impacting all of our asses. Okay.
Hmm.
Everybody is going back to work. So you see week after week. And in addition to that, Bow Wow even tweeted that he and Trey Songz will do a collab album to be released the summer of 2026, which is this summer. I think it was
Uh,
around June. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, but not really knowing how that would sound. What are your
I
thoughts?
I I'm not looking forward to it. I like Trey Songz' earlier music, but let's face it, Trey Songz is eye candy because he can't really sing. Just my personal opinion. And Bow Wow, great. I mean, he's a decent rapper, but I just never. I think I'm too old for like. But even though I don't think age wise he's that far from me, but I'm not gonna get into it.
Mm,
Like, yeah, Trey Songz, I like it. Like I said, I like his earlier music, but I don't know if I'm gonna be going over there to see what they got to offer.
well, clearly you won't be pulling up or driving to one of those concerts. And speaking about
Absolutely not.
driving, middle class cannot afford new cars, and the average car note It's now around $771 for a
Crazy work.
brand new car, and the average car note for a used vehicle is around $500.
Still crazy work.
So I think back to you can't go to those tote the note ass lots because number one, you be getting back in a tote the note ass car after a month or two. Been there, done that. You all thought it was the best deal ever, you know. But no, we can't afford cars now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Before I got, I think this either my last car, or this one I got now is the highest car payment I've ever had. Before these one or two cars, I've never had a car payment be more than like $300. So
Mm,
$700 for a car note to me is insane, especially
mhm,
if it's not a new car. Like that's crazy. And interest rates are out of control too. People paying like 18% interest on a car, that's nuts.
mhm.
But I get it. Some people have to do it because they wouldn't have a car if they didn't. But that's very unfortunate, and I hate that for them
Yep,
and
this is
America.
yeah, this is where we are now. And likened to that, U-Haul has said that the DFW is the number one place to move. And I remember
Mm,
looking at that, and it
interesting.
had some lists. It talked about the affordability. It talked about the quality of life as it relates to people wanting to raise families, the accessibility or availability of jobs. So U-Haul is tracking motherfuckers, and all you bitches is going to the DFW. That is the Dallas Fort Worth metro area. And I used to work with the provost, and she's from that area. And I would just love when we would do like orientation for the new students, and she would say, she has a quirky voice. I see some people here
Oh,
from the metro. And I would just gag every time. So shout out to you, Queen. Um, yeah, I just enjoy her, but I would just look forward to she would read like, okay, where the new students coming from, and when she saw Dallas, Fort Worth, anybody, she would shout you out from the metro. I live for that part. I live
okay,
for that.
fine. You got me. I live in the DFW Metroplex. Yay. But
Hmm.
anyway, it is growing tremendously. It's growing too fast for my liking, but here we are. I don't think the infrastructure's growing as fast as the population is, and that's not a good thing. But yeah, everybody's moving here. I mean, I guess a lot of companies are here. A lot of what do they call them? Those 500 Fortune 500 companies are here. It's growing like crazy. They're building all kind of shit. Every time you look up, it's a new building or a new apartment complex. I'm like, where the fuck did that get there? But yeah, it's growing.
Well, they are coming for you. Coming for you. And if you're looking for a job or a career change, I remember going to a conference. Um, it was last late September, early October, and they talked about those that are in the industry for HVAC. You know,
Good
they're
skill to
aging
have.
out. Yeah, they are in their late 60s, and within the next 5 years, they are aging out. But I came across some information that said America's new millionaires will be plumbers and HVAC owners. So
People that
those
can
who,
do shit with their hands.
there you go. Right. AI can't take those jobs, you all,
Those are
even though,
skills that cannot be replaced, and I need some of you YNs to go get these jobs. Y'all
that's
want to
right.
be social media influencers and whatever the fuck else. Go be a fucking plumber or
Yep.
electrician or a nigga that do drywall. Do
Yep.
that shit because you'll make money. I promise.
Yep. I've always said if I could do it all over again, I would have went for plumbing. I would have gone for plumbing because that's 40, 50,000. You
Listen,
$300 for 30 minutes.
I might still do it on the side
I don't even
because I
think
need me
prostitutes get that.
a good side hustle is always needed, and it sounds like a
Yeah.
perfect side job because you can kind of do it whenever you want to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And speaking of that, it's just so unfortunate. We're just gonna stay in this lane because this is the reality of where we are. You've heard in previous episodes, we always talking about how elections and decisions have consequences when you put certain people in office. And what it's saying now is that Americans are now taking 401k hardship withdrawals more than ever in U.S. history. So that means people are borrowing against their retirement to survive and live in today. That's what that means. So forget living for tomorrow if my ass is drowning today. That's what America is saying.
It's terrible news. Yeah, if you can avoid it, I wouldn't recommend it because you got to have something. You don't want to work forever, but unfortunately, that's the way we move, and I hate it. But yeah, I think that's terrible.
And I saw something else too. I mean, we're just gonna stay in this lane because it's reality. It said 331,000 men are working two full-time jobs.
with families, I'm assuming.
It just said men.
Okay, so that's it's kind of terrible.
It just said,
Kind of
man, this
terrible.
is really where we are. And I saw another post, and of course, we do check our sources here, but it said just looking at the employment rate of black men, and it said, I believe between November and March, 500,000 black men have lost their jobs.
Wow.
Yep, yep. This
Did you
is
see what the current unemployment rate is?
nope, but I
Perhaps.
looked it up. We'll say that
Okay.
for next time for sure. Yep, we would
Okay.
definitely look at that for next time. But we this is the impact. It's impacting everybody. When we look at the decisions that were made to go and start up a fucking war. Um,
And the orange man in charge says that the economy is better than it has ever been, or something similar to that. But we know he's lying. So anyway,
he is not healthy. While I am no MD, but cognitively we can observe he's not there. And I believe he's 79. And people are alleging he's had strokes. They're looking at that nasty ass hand he got right
mhm.
there.
And it's on his neck
Uh,
too.
yeah, these different lesions are injection sites. They're saying IV injection sites. He is not healthy, and I'll just say, see now, old ass white man.
They just
Um,
they're just propping him up and put him on TV.
That's it, and it's awful. It is awful. It's really awful. So
I
that's the selfishness
agreed.
of America. That's the selfishness. The economy is so bad. Beyonce's mama is selling gumbo at the
Oh.
Houston rodeo. That girl is selling gumbo, y'all. The economy is so bad that the mother of a billionaire in her own right, it's my understanding Beyonce has crossed that threshold with her. What was
She
the
did.
tour?
I don't know, but she's a
I don't
billionaire.
know that tour, but they call her Mama Tina. She ain't my mama. I have a thing about when we call these women Mama this, Mama that. That lady's name, I think is Tina Knowles. I think she went
Tina
back to that
knows
because
whatever
it's
her
not
other name.
Lawson, right?
I don't know.
It's
It's not
not
Knows either
Lawson.
because she divorced Matthew. So is it Knows? Whatever her maiden name is,
It's not
I
Lawson.
guess.
And I remember this one video. The guy was like, "Oh, I'm eating Mama Tina's gumbo, and it's so good," and he was just laughing, having a good time. Then it switched to him. I guess so many minutes or maybe an hour later, the motherfucker threw it up outside his car door. So, Mama Tina, they are saying that your gumbo is not only not good, but they are saying that your gumbo is making people sick. It is sickening and disturbing the children's intestines and stomach. It is messing people up. So if you
Allegedly,
at the what is it, rodeo, not carnival,
the
beware.
rodeo.
Oh, and it's $25 a cup.
Man, that's the expensive ass for a cup, not a bowl.
It's $25 a cup. That thing is, it looks like I don't eat them, but it's oh God, the noodles college students get. They come in that pack and it's
The
like, I
ramen
guess,
noodles.
yeah, you add water to it, you put it in the microwave. That's what
Mm-mm.
that is, that little styrofoam cup. Mama Tina's
Oh, the
charging,
noodle cups.
excuse me, Beyonce's mama, because she ain't my mama. That lady is charging $25 for a cup. But let's just take it to Instagram. And this person's name is Shit Not Sweet TP Podcast.
What?
Yeah, okay, Shit Not Sweet Podcast. Let's see what she had to say. Beyonce mama down at the rodeo selling gumbo. Beyonce mama got a gumbo called Mama Cena Gumbo. And I'm not gonna tell you no reply. Everybody said that shit is nasty. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, because y'all already know I'm gonna give it to you some real shit. The only reason why y'all out there patronizing Miss Tina Knowles is because she's Beyonce mama. Now y'all already know that lady already said that it was a collaboration between two people and her. So with this being said, how authentic and savory the gumbo really is when there's so many people got their hands in the pot. Now, my big thing is y'all got Big Bertha, y'all got Sharonda, you know what I'm saying, who got a food truck and selling place out their home, but y'all will not. Y'all will not go and patronize them, but y'all sit up here and go and run and take y'all money to Mama Knows with that $25 gumbo that tastes more like motherfucking gravy and rice and stew. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta make this shit make sense. Y'all gotta stop running and patronizing people and spending y'all money when y'all know y'all not gonna get the quality. Y'all not gonna get the savory. Y'all just gonna get something with a name on it. And then y'all be looking stupid because y'all didn't waste their money. And then y'all want to sit up there and slander the people. But I ain't slandering Mama Knows. I'm just saying you could have came
Yes,
up
you
with
are.
something better than gumbo. Texas is known for barbecue, not gumbo. Goodbye. So clearly she's from New Orleans, right? Isn't that a New Orleans accent?
It's a Southern Louisiana accent for sure.
What? I again, the boy threw up. The man, not a boy.
Allegedly from the gumbo.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. He
I
was
don't.
sweating to make that post. I don't think he was trying to go viral. I think throwing up is a very vulnerable moment. And that man took charge to say, you know what? His body would not hold it anymore. Oh, saying body. That sounds like oh God, the character Leslie from the black soap opera on CBS,
Oh
Beyond the
God.
Gates. She enunciates her words. Body. I think
Hmm.
anyway. I don't know. I had a moment, but nonetheless, you heard it from that particular person, and y'all. I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed. And speaking, I know we talked about gas prices. Let's just pivot again. So Russia, India, and China have been allowed to pass through. You have to
The
say it for
the
me.
Strait of Hormuz.
There you go. And I see we are paying $4.5 million a day. Is it 4.5? We're paying a lot of money to Russia. So
To do what?
our president has lifted the ban to buy Russia's oil
Oh,
to get to America.
so they're paying oil for the oil.
That
Why? Because
Russia has
America
been
has a
able to, we
large amount of
can't
oil
get it.
reserves.
Yeah, but supposedly that's, and y'all, I'm not here to spread rumors. And, it's unfortunate we can't always trust necessarily what's on the media, because the whole thing
Right.
about California getting struck by, is it Iran or Iran?
Now, don't ask me how to pronounce it properly, but either one is acceptable, I believe.
Okay, supposedly California, we have to be careful, and I say it almost every um, um, podcast we have. Be careful of what you consume. Um, but we all have
Mhm.
heard, we've known this man to want to be in the bed, figuratively, is what I'll say with Putin. But you know, here we are. Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. And one thing, this episode's not going to be really long, you all, because the economy, this has just tanked Rufus and I. But ladies, with the BBLs,
Oh God.
with the BBLs, I came
BBL
across this
Drizzy.
story,
What
and
the
the
story
doctor
say?
is pretty much saying, he won't do it. It's a plastic surgeon who has said that he refuses to do BBLs, and he said the reason is, well, we'll just let him tell you, okay?
At 50 or
I'm listening.
60, it I'm telling you, it does not look good. The procedure everyone will regret is. I think it's going to be the BBL. Because imagine that gigantic buttocks at 50 or 60. It might look a certain way when you're 28 or 32 with the thin waist, but at 50 or 60, it I'm telling you, it does not look good. There's a trade-off. And it's hard to reverse it. Yeah. One.
Shout out to E Entertainment on Instagram, and that doctor's name is Dr. Dubrow, who is a plastic surgeon. And speaking of that, Bernice Burgos is getting her, I think they're called shots. She's getting hers removed. Bernice Burgo, if you don't know, pop culture, think back to T.I. and Tiny when they had their tip. Bernice, this is the one that Tip is supposed to have bought. Is either a Bentley, I think it was a Bentley for her. They were messing around. She's an Instagram model, you are. I think she was about a girl at the club. Can't quite remember. And I remember Tiny going on Wendy Williams, and she needs to stay in her place. You know how she talks. I mean, Wendy, she just needs to, yeah, yeah, yeah. She just needs to stay in her place.
She said it just like that, huh?
Yeah, Tiny was upset. I don't know why the hell she was on Wendy Williams, but she was there. And
Because she's a B-list celebrity like everybody else that was on Whitney Williams.
well, there we go. And Wendy asked her about Bernice Burgos, and Tiny said that she needs to stay in her place. I remember Tiny getting that single, "What the fuck you gonna do? What the
Oh
fuck you
God.
gonna do?"
I
And she
remember
was
that.
oh, and it took another friend of mine to say, shout out to Way Way. Uh, what did she say? Oh, Tiny was with Floyd Mayweather. And
There was rumors of them dating or doing something.
yes, yes, yes. So she bought that house in Eagles Landing in I forgot what place, McDonough, Georgia. Um, I think Shaq owned the house there at some point, but nonetheless, she went and bought it. Like it was serious. They were nonetheless, but Bernice, the side chick to T.I. and Tiny, too, is getting her butt shots removed. She's
So
getting them removed.
Going back to your original point, because you know you like how you like to jump around. I support the good doctor's decision not to do BBLs because that's his right. So you know, good for him, and
Yeah,
standing on business and making a decision and not caving to what people want you to do.
that's right. That's right. And for those of you all who are married, and we will end on this point. I don't know why this popped up on my timeline. Stop gorilla gluing your partner's hands, body parts to their back, their faces,
On
and
purpose?
yes, and recording this for content for Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. It doesn't matter. I think it's
Anything for a
weird.
like.
It's weird to wake your ass up. And of course, we know they have to be in on it. To wake your ass up to what the I can't say Gorilla Glue without thinking about I can't think of her name, but
The
the
girl with
black
the
chick.
hair.
Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue. You know, that's how she said it.
Wait, you talking about the lady with the hair thing when she gorilla glued the hair
You
and
remember
got
her?
it stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gorilla
that's what you
Glue.
talking about. Okay, I
No,
didn't know
no,
she said
these
it
are
like
white
that.
people. I haven't seen anybody black
What?
Gorilla Gluing that. It's white women gluing their they say they're married. And I've seen this by at least two or three different couples,
Hmm.
gorilla gluing their partner's hands to their backs. You know, because what happens is they set it up like, oh, he's asleep. So they take his hand. If
And
he's
put
asleep
the
on his stomach, they'll glue it to his back and say, oh, now he's under arrest. And so he wakes up like, oh my God, oh my God. Or either they take his hand, glue it to his chest. So he wakes up and now he's stuck. You know, it's just, that is dangerous. And we saw what that girl went through to get the gorilla glue out of her hair. It was, I think, a Nigerian doctor in Los Angeles or the California area, rather, that got that shit out of her head. So we see the impact of that bullshit. Just stop. And Gorilla Glue ain't cheap. So, you know, so what do these people do for a living? You know, that they can go waste money on Gorilla Glue. So,
well, you know, everybody has shit they can waste money on, but I'm with you. Like that's some bullshit. Like if you glue my hand on my fucking back, I'll probably wake up and slap you with the other one.
that's when you just wake up screaming. You know, it's just, you know, you all try to find something fun to do this weekend for
And
those of you who
safe.
tune in today. We wish you a good week next week. We pray that, well, I pray, not Rufus, that we get relief soon. And if it's up to that Simpsons episode, I'm just going to say today is supposed to be the day. You all be
Oh
great.
wait, is it really?
That's the unreleased Simpson, episode said
They
that
gave a
today
date
will
of
be the
March
day.
the 14th.
Yep. I remember that. So oddly enough, you know,
Wow.
coincidentally, we're recording on this day. So I'm just gonna be sitting my ass. Well, no, I'm gonna actually walk to the grocery store. Because we can do that in the city I live in.
That's cute.
So anyway, you all be great. Be safe. Bye, Rufus.
Bye.